O'clock.
Pardon?
What? And we are here for a special council meeting on Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Excuse me, fellas. I'll start that over. Good evening, everyone. We're here for a special council meeting, Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Start time 5 o'clock, and I call the special council meeting to order at 5 o'clock. The order of business on this for the special council meeting is us to hear second and third readings on borrowing bylaw 2025-07. And I'm going to turn this over to our acting CO, Amanda Riley, but we're on my left as well. We have Jocelyn, who's our recording secretary, and Lisa, who looks after us on the live stream, just in case we hear other voices. So Amanda, I'll have you introduce the main meat about the bylaw. So go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. So tonight we're here to speak about the borrowing bylaw 2025-07. This bylaw will authorize the town of Didsbury to borrow $3.5 million from the government of Alberta for the purpose of financing the construction of the East Reservoir project. This project is required for the continuity of providing clean and reliable drinking water to the residents of Didsbury as the Butte Reservoir reaches the end of its useful life. To fund this project, the town will allocate from various pots, $2,541,000 from the AMWWP grant, which has already been awarded. There's an additional $215,000 from offsite levies. And then the remaining $1,144,000 is budgeted to come from reserves. Now there's also a possibility that we will have third parties contribute to a portion of that, but that is not confirmed at this time. So, to complete the project, we are taking on and requesting that council approve a bylaw for $3.5 million, and that rounds out the project total of $7.4 million. So, as you know, council gave first reading to this bylaw on what day was it? April 22nd, yes. And then we advertised for 2 consecutive weeks in the local newspaper, which was published on April 29th and May 6th. And the week of May 13th as well. So following that, we have to give 15 days from the last date of advertising, which was May 28th, before council can give second and third reading to the bylaw. And that is what we're here to request that you do tonight.
And the 15 days, we haven't received any petitions, which was what that 15 days is for, right. So we can proceed with second and third reading.
Right, so administration has not received a petition related to this bylaw, and therefore council can proceed with second and third reading.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. I can have the second reading to the borrowing bylaw. We already have your paper. Here you go. I didn't see anybody put up their hand until I saw the thing. Did you have your hand up? Well, you go ahead then. That's fine. I can have that back then. Sorry, I didn't see your hand up. I looked both ways. Okay, so we'll have Councillor Bazwick is going to read the motion for second reading.
Thank you, Mayor Hunter. I move that council grant second reading to borrowing bylaw 2025 dash 07.
Do you have any comments or questions, Councillor Beswick?
Just one, I don't believe this is going to affect property taxes, is that correct?
Correct. So this is part of the water utility. So the debt servicing, which is the annual principal and interest on this loan, will be covered by utility charges revenue.
Thank you.
Deputy Mayor?
Only that I'm excited that the project is moving forward.
Councillor Windsor?
Nothing.
And with that, Amanda, our utility users will expect some sort of increase to their user rates
Well, currently
in the new year, once the loan is undertaken.
there's likely going to be increases to it, and specifically the fixed portion of the monthly bill.
And we don't have a number yet?
No, not at this time. Currently, council approves a certain amount of money to go into reserves. So if that amount goes, there is a possibility that council, when that bylaw is brought forward, changes the amount going into reserves every year to offset some of the costs. But we'll have to look at all the factors like future plans for the water reserve as well.
Now, one more question, and that's on the $3.5 million loan, what would we expect the annual payment to be for 25 years? Which
I believe the payments are 100, sorry, I lost it. It was in my memory, now I have to look it up, so.
take your time.
So they're biannual payments of about what we expect them to be biannual of $117,000 each. So combined, that's about $234,000.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So we have, there's nothing else, then we have second reading to borrowing bylaw 2025-07, and I will call the vote. All in favor? That's carried. Councillor Beswick?
Thank you, Mayor Hunter. One quick previous question, it could be unfair. Can we expect the rate of the water bill to be substantial or reasonable?
Well, that additional funds of $234,000 is split between all of our water users. And again, so council can offset the increase of that with changing what is being put into reserves for future years. So I think it depends what council decides to do with that, but it would have to be within council's purview of making that decision.
Right. I'm not trying to pin you down or just a off-the-cuff type question.
Yeah.
Then I can proceed with the third motion. I would move that council grant third and final reading to borrowing bylaw 2025-07.
Any other questions or comments? Councillor Moore? Thank you, Mayor. And I'll just follow up with Councillor Beswick. So biannual, we'll only be making one payment this year, likely, because it's May or June.
Well, the debt will be extended if this goes through on July 30th. So I actually anticipate the first payment may be January of 2026. Yeah.
All right, thanks for that too. So we do have third and final reading, borrowing bylaw 2025-07, and I'll call the vote. All in favor? That is carried. And that is our order of business. And I'll call motion for adjournment at 5:10. Deputy Mayor.
I move that we adjourn at 5:10.
Vote, all in favor. That's carried. And thanks for that great RFD.